Hello there, and thanks for coming to see what's on my desk today. I get so many ideas from seeing flip throughs. And there's this one lady I watch, and she does a lot of the flip throughs of her completed journals she does from going to retreats. Well, I got this idea here from one of the flip throughs, and it looked like she had stacked tags or something on the page. And what I come up with as I'm looking at it, I saw a chance of having a secret journaling spot along with it. I don't know if her tags are behind a pocket or not, but this is what I come up with. I put two Velcro tabs on either side of the pocket top. The pocket flips down. You can write here, secret journaling, and the tags are actually secured to the page. So there's actually a tuck spot behind here that you can put a really large item. You can write all over the page here, and you can flip it this way and also do some writing if you chose. So I thought that was kind of a neat idea, and I did a just an angle cut here on the tags. This was a 8.5 by 11 page. This is 8.5. Let me get my sorry, let me get this. It is 8. I cut it at 8 inches, and it is the 11 this way. So I folded it in half, and then I folded it again, and that's how I come up with this. And of course I cut it at an angle. I did it at here. I did it at like 4.5 here, and then you went up to the corner at the 8-inch mark. So then you just fold it back up, you put this up, and nobody knows the difference. You can still tuck a large item in behind here because this is an open side. Well, no, it's not an open side pocket, is it? So your item you tuck in here is either going to have to be really close, or it can stick out a little bit, but it can only be this distance. So anyhow, you can work that out when you do your page. I decided to do one for your demo as an actual tag top, you know, where you have the two corners cut off of it. I had this page from printing to do a previous journal, and you can see how bold it is. Well, when I print the back side, which would have been the journaling, you can see how it bled through. And it was kind of set aside until I figured out what I wanted to do with it, which would have been a choice of maybe stenciling something in that area, but it seems to be the whole background. So this will go into my ideas journal. So it doesn't matter really what it looks like on the back. It won't be written on, but it'll make a great example for you guys to see how I plan to do this next one. Well, what I decided, this one is an 8 and almost 11, because I think I had the sides I had to cut off. So it's only 10 1/4, because I had to cut the sides off once it printed off my computer. So I went up on this first tag 4 inches. And then I had thought to do it every inch, but it's not. It's, I think it's about 1.25 inches. And then another, where is it? Right there. About 1.25 inches, and then you'll have the back one. So I've got my little tabs cut out to where I'm going to trim it. And let me do this last one. Now here's a trick, tip, whatever. If you have old coupon or gift tag cards, you can cut the edges off of them and make your own tag cuts. This is a larger one, that's a smaller one. The smaller is the one I'm using today. So let me cut that right here and put that there. And I'll put this here. and put my mark there. And then what I'm going to do is go over this and cut it. And I'm going to put you on pause while I do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, here is what it looks like after I've cut across and then cut the little tabs down. And I had these two pieces left over, which will make great just background additions to a collage. Anything you think you might be able to do with it, like you could probably put that on the back of a tag uh, with just the small amount that's got a bleed through on it. And when you fold these up, I wanted the print to be on the outside of them, so they would look like this on your page. And I had played with the idea of putting this blue in behind, but I may not even worry about that. It could go, though, on the pocket, because I have a light blue cardstock that I've got for the pocket. And this was cut out of the Wayne County News. That is over in West Virginia. And that's where I always go and do my research for my family history. And I like the idea of these big, large numbers. Letters. And so I thought I would use the news part. And you can see where I've kind of lightly sketched around the news. And I was going to put that on this pocket. And since it doesn't quite cover the distance, I thought I would have a small frame of this light blue. I'm not even sure what you call that on the back. I really love this image though. Okay, so I am going to trim this out. And I need to trim out my piece for the pocket as well. I got into junk journaling just a few years ago. I retired, I guess you would call it, from Walmart, and I couldn't take walking on those floors anymore. They were killing my feet, and I still have trouble today from it. So I wanted something crafty to do, and I looked into art journaling at first, and then I found junk journaling, and I'll tell you what, there's so many avenues to do in junk journaling. It's crazy. I mean, I have beads up there from where I used to make bracelets. Those can be used in junk journaling. I have all types of paper pads and stuff from where I did scrapbooking, actually, for, mostly my family history. And so I've got plenty of that stocked up to use with my junk journaling. Let me see. Okay. So I need to take and cut this on my cutter over there. It's off to the side, the way I have my system set up here. So I'm going to put you on pause for just another minute. Okay. While you were gone, I decided to put this black and kind of a tan color behind it, because the news was sort of small and you didn't need that much of that blue showing. So I thought that added a little bit of interest. It gives it a little bit of a texture, I guess you would say. I haven't inked anything because I decided, since it's going in my ideas journal, I wasn't going to ink. So that's why you don't see me dabbing away at it. But I did round with the small 7mm rounder the edges, because I rounded the actual pocket. And I did that with this blue piece too, just so it kind of all reflected that same rounded look up there. And so I did the two pieces already glued. Now I need to do this piece to the pocket. And like I was saying, 2 years ago, I retired, and I got into watching videos on junk journaling, and I really, really fell in love with it. I love the ephemera part of it. I love to create and come up with different ephemera. And a lot of the things I'll see, I'll just kind of get an idea how I can tweak it or expand on it or change it into something else. It's real cool. I've always created ever since I was young. Did clay and uh, anything, drawing. Did all types of crafts and arts. Okay, so that is ready, and I have this basically ready. I'm not going to add an extra piece to it, but I would suggest having probably a stronger piece of like scrapbooking paper. This is digital, so it's copy paper, but I sewed one side to another, so it's got a little heft to it now. But this is just one single piece of copy paper, so it's not going to hold up if you wanted to write on it, because you're going to have to pull your page all the way over here and be able to write on the other side of your journal. And this way you would probably need to have a book or a clipboard or something to write on it this way if you chose to have it. This part would be hidden, but this is the part that will be showing to the public, I guess you would say. So then you would need to really have something a little stronger. Like this cardstock here would be great if it had a pattern on it. So let me get a piece of paper to put this on, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and since I've been dyeing papers like crazy the last 3 or 4 days, I have plenty to choose from. I did a wee bit of green. I did some tea coffee dye mix. And some of them come out really dark because I stick them out in the sun. And the top pages seem to always do really a dark shade, which I would have thought would have been the opposite. Some of them are lighter, which will be the one I choose for this to go in. And I went ahead and put the Velcro sticky dots on the back. And what I do is I'll put them in the corners, and then I'll put the other sticky part on the top to align once I put this on the page. And I have not folded my page yet. Let me do that. And be like that, so I know where to start and stop. I have made the pocket, and I'm sorry I didn't even tell you. I've made it about, it's almost 5.5, which goes almost to the side. Now you can make it a little smaller if you chose, because it's kind of going to be in, I did make it really long. I didn't think about that, I'm sorry. But you want to make it at about 5. Now I've done stuck it to the page. Whoops. Look at that. It's a good thing this is going in my ideas journal. So what I want to do is glue the bottom side of this on that flap, and that's the part that's going to stick to your page. Whoa. It'd be good if I could hit the flap. There we go. Make sure I don't have it stuck anywhere else. And you're going to put it down here at the very base. I'm going to hit the corner and hold it down, and then make sure I get basically straight going all the way across. And I like to take my bone folder and rub it down, and that squeezes a lot of the excess out of there. And I'll do it from the front side as well. And as they always say, nothing is perfect in junk journaling. Now see where it's already went down? I didn't have to. You can put dots of glue on the other side of your Velcro. I didn't. This is really, really sticky Velcro. So I do not believe I'm going to need it. Now this will still fold for me, or will it? Well, look at that. Now what I could do with this other side is just cut that part off and use it for something back of tags or whatever, because this is going in my journal. But like I said, you want to make this a little smaller. I would suggest 5 inches. I would go 5 inches because it's got a little bit of bulk to it. So you want to give your pages enough room in the spine area. Now here we're going to undo this again, and we're going to put down our, fix that, put down our tag. Now, like I did before, I'm going to dead center this, and you can put it down over the flap there if you chose. I'm going to do it right on the edge of the flap. And you want to do 3 sides. I'm going to actually do that little point, this side, all the way down the folded edge, and then all across the bottom. And I go back over it just a tad. Okay. Now I'm going to place this down in the center, and then lay it down and try to get it as even as possible. Okay. And since that's such a thin piece of paper, that will go down no problem whatsoever. So see, we still have our tuck spot for like a big tag, a secret letter, anything like that. You've got where you can pull this out. And this top just gave it a different look. It looks like a stacked tag. And that's what I'm calling this. I'm calling it a tag concertina with a flip down pocket. And a concertina is something that you just flip. You fan fold it and it'll flip out for you. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. If you would like to visit my Facebook page, it's called Rhoda's Junk. And I also have an Instagram that I'll link below. Thank you very much for visiting, and I hope you enjoyed yourself.